Why do these people get tilted so easy?
I'm saying, dude.
What happened?
Hey, you're back.
I'm back. That shit was good as fuck.
I don't know. I'm
Where'd you
staring
go?
at my talents.
Oh, yeah, that took...
Your #1 resource for the entire week's worth of VR news. So, it's been a while since I've covered some crazy VR tech that's been announced, but this is probably one of the most ridiculous rigs I have ever seen.
The reason we're going to go into this is because we talked about this a lot. The day before yesterday.
A VR exoskeleton
What the fuck is
suit
that?
looks like it can rip your legs off, and I'll tell you all about it.
Wait, this
Plus,
is
we've got a bunch
terrifying.
of Oculus, Beat Saber, and AR news, but first, I just want to say to everyone, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. This isn't my last video of 2020, but I want to mention how insane of a year this has been. Throughout 2020, we grew from 50,000 subscribers to 250,000. We won VR Content Creator of the Year, and more importantly, we grew as a family, as millions of new VR users joined in for the thing that we all love, and that's of course VR. So whether you celebrate Christmas or not, or whether you're watching after getting a VR headset on Christmas morning, or you've been along for the ride this whole time with me, I just want to say thank you, and of course, happy holidays. And I know this has been a rough year for a lot of people, but through this amazing medium of virtual reality, we can still be close and experience things
All right, get to the
impossible
good
for this
shit.
world. We're in this together, but we've got a ton to cover, so let's just get right into
Hurry
the
up.
news. First, I want to talk about my favorite VR events just about ever, and it's a thing called Virtual Market. I know I get a lot of people asking me often, what is Virtual Market, since I've talked about it a lot in the past, and let me just try and put it simply. VCAT is a community-driven expo within VRChat, and is actually the largest VR event ever that allows hundreds of artists and creators to show off their creations, whether it be worlds, assets, or avatars. And it's also a place for those creators to sell those creations. So you've got a ton of incredibly skilled avatar creators and world creators coming together for one giant event, and I gotta say,
This shit, I do not understand this shit. I don't know why.
Person or not. Take this from one VR enthusiast
I mean,
to another,
people like
you really
this.
gotta check this out. If you like the idea of Ready Player One and the crazy immersive worlds there, then this is legit the closest that we've ever
but it looks
gotten to
like
that. And
garbage.
this
Like, what
year's
the
VCAT
fuck? Like, I mean, not garbage. It's like cartoony as hell, but I don't know why. Whatever. This is for people more creative than me, I guess.
5 is massive. I know when I first stepped in, my jaw dropped, and there's a lot to explore. Plus, just experiencing it is completely free. It's like an impossible Disneyland from home. And in case you're wondering about the business side, this is no small event, and it shows where VR's at right now. It has some of the biggest sponsors I've ever seen for an event, let alone a VR event, from Disney to Netflix, Square Enix. It's honestly crazy.
We're very
VCAT
squarely not talking about the first real Ready Player One VR immersion rig. Very squarely not talking about that. It's cool.
5 is going on from the 19th of December to the 10th of January. All you have to do is hop in VRChat and join any of the VCAT 5 worlds, and you're good to go.
Wait, what? Is this the game? What is this? I thought this was like Medal of Honor or something. What the fuck? Hold up.
Crazy. VCAT 5 is going on from the 19th of December
This has to be Medal
to
of
the
Honor.
10th of January.
Yeah, I'm like
All you have
95%
to
sure it
do
is.
is hop in VRChat and join any of the VCAT 5 worlds, and you're good to go. Have fun exploring. A quick bit of Beat Saber news. Beat Games has announced a brand new set of songs coming to the game in the form of original works in OST 4. The beat map should be coming in 2021, and it's going to have a bit of a different sound than we're used to in Beat Saber. Beat Games seems to have been experimenting with
Not
lots
really
of
my
different music
style,
types,
but
from Linkin Park to BTS, and it looks
I like a
we're
lot of the
getting an
BTS songs for some reason, so
electronic guitar-centric sound pack next. I personally like the more bassy, beaty songs in Beat Saber, but hey, a free sound pack is a free sound pack. But now, on to this monster. This
What the
is
fuck
the
is
Holotron.
this?
So, one of my favorite books is surprisingly Ready Player One. And within Ready Player One, Parasocial, the main character, talks about a crazy futuristic floating machine with an arm that is one of the most advanced and expensive virtual reality setups within the story's universe at the time. Now, I never expected to see anyone actually make something like that, especially not in 2020, but it's being done. Actually, it was done. And this isn't by some massive corporation or anything. In fact, Dr. Marcel Reese designed the Holotron, what he says is the first system for force and balance feedback, for just $67,000.
This is
prototype simulates
crazy.
gravity at 1/20th of Earth's gravity, and he has a number of simulations already programmed.
It is really cool to see all these like tiny ass companies who have fucking no money at all. I mean, $55,000 or $67,000 of funding is not, I guess, no money, but I feel like really big players could just take over this market so quickly and so easily from like a tech development standpoint to like a hardware development standpoint, software, all that shit, dude. Like a bigger company could run this
system for force and
I don't know why all these tiny companies have to be the ones like making the future. This makes no sense.
Feedback for just $67,000. This prototype simulates gravity at 1/20th of Earth's gravity, and he has a number of simulations already programmed.
Really cool though.
And they include getting hit with a ball, walking upstairs, bouncing on a platform, and the most terrifying one, balancing on a...
What's up, man? Who's that, Andreas? Oh, nice.
The first real Ready Player One VR immersion rig?
Yeah, this is wild.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, have you been watching the video?
I just got here, but by the way, I beat Hades.
Dude, I didn't want to do that so quick. Don't
okay, well, no, I didn't beat Hades.
Me, but...
Okay, so here's the thing. I got out of the underworld, but right as soon as you get out of the underworld, you have to fight Hades, and I died to Hades.
So you're like, you made it to the end. How long was the run up to that point?
I think 28 minutes.
Well,
I took a screenshot.
Well, I was gonna say, like, my runs have only been like twice. Is there no world after the third one?
There's a fourth one. I think you have to fight Cerberus.
No,
but
that's horrible.
You don't actually. Well, I personally didn't actually fight him. I just like did a few like rooms, and then I found some food to give him, and like yeeted past him because I'm his buddy.
Pretty clutch. I mean, that's kind of what I would want to, lore wise. I don't want to kill Cerberus.
Yeah, I beat the what's it called? Fucking dude, I fucking beat the Minotaur and Theseus with 2 HP left.
So there was no more bosses after that? There's supposed to be Cerberus and that's it? And then
yeah,
obviously
you go
Hades.
to the labyrinth, and that's the place.
Nice, dude.
Who's a skilly guy chilling with you?
That's my boy. He's got a Pepsi.
It's kind of just been buffing the whole time.
Yeah, he keeps
and
track
I
of
realized
shit.
the video was paused, so I was like, huh.
This is the auto moderator incarnate. That's what he really looks like. All right,
Pepsi.
let's get to it.
Says is the first system for force and balance feedback for just $67,000. This
I was saying
55,000.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying before you came in. Is that like, dude, like these tiny ass companies are the ones who are discovering all this like groundbreaking shit. Like this is the fucking future. This is dead ass the future. Like there's no chance this doesn't take off, right? Like in some capacity, if not in like a everybody has their own thing and like an arcade capacity, because these look super fucking expensive. But I mean, this is the future, and this is like a tiny ass company doing it.
But then we said the same thing with CDs.
So I mean, what CDs
and
did?
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, I prefer that you do. The thing that pushed out CDs was literally like the internet. So if there's going to be a thing that pushes out VR immersion, I don't even know how that would be possible.
I mean, that would be
it would be some kind of like thing that would jack into your fucking head where you don't need one of these. Which maybe 75 years from now we'll get something like that.
I mean,
that's
here's
a
the
little
thing.
further
Here's
out.
what I'm thinking about, right? Quantum computing is getting to the point of like it's kind of getting there. I'm thinking
Dude,
it's
quantum
more gonna
computing
be
mixed
a
with AI,
it's
disgusting.
gonna be a it's gonna be more like a Bluetooth you fucking jump into it type thing. Like you go to sleep and then you go into the world. I think that's the perfect case
That
scenario
is
where
the
you
internet
dream.
that is the internet version of like this, because this is the CDs, dude. Locking yourself into a giant fucking mechanical
No, it
machine that's
actually
like
is,
spinning
right?
you around is like fucking ridiculous, but it works. CDs worked really well too.
For a
Until
time.
there's better shit. There's gonna be better shit, but I mean, this is the groundwork. There's a ton of money to be made
Yeah.
laying the fucking groundwork.
Prototype simulates gravity at 1/20th of Earth's gravity, and he has a number of simulations already programmed to work with it. And they include getting hit with a ball, walking upstairs, bouncing on a platform, and the most terrifying one, balancing on a skateboard.
This looks like it's literally gonna fucking crack this dude's leg in half. How much delay is there? I don't want to like comment on it if you can't see.
Here's the thing. I need you to stream on
Discord?
Discord.
Yeah, I mean the audio's fucked up as well. Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell Kyle, but I wasn't having it. Share screen, share that, go. Okay, let's do this one at lower quality so it doesn't fuck up my shit. All right, there you go. Hopefully Kyle doesn't get pissed off. We found out our upload speed is so bad, but I downscaled a bunch of shit. All right, ready?
Yeah, both decide to stream at the exact same time.
If we stream at the same time, it won't work. Like, literally, we don't have enough bandwidth to go up at the same time. We have 300 down, 5 up. The fuck is that? What is that? Who did that? Who decided that? It's bullshit.
I had 1,000 up and like 65 down.
You have 1,000 megabytes up?
100.
Oh, 100 up?
Yeah.
Dude, you could stream it some. Oh, you're at a fucking university, no?
No. I'm on fiber optic.
Alright, bro. Sorry to flex.
Look at this for a second.
This shit looks like it's gonna break his fucking legs.
The Holotron looks like it could tear this man in half at any second. Mind you, these are motors and electronics not only jerking him around, but physically moving his legs as well. Yeah, I don't see how this could go wrong at all, actually. You know what? Sign me up. 67 grand to get a machine that'll make me do the splits in VR chat? Sure. But jokes aside, this is a really cool device.
God, it looks so jarring, dude.
Right now,
How do you not throw
affect your
up?
body are on the hip and knee joints, but in the future, he's adding 5 motors to each leg, motors to the arms, back, and even hands. More planned upgrades are the ability to completely flip upside down and to add, quote, high-resolution tactile feedback for all body parts, thermal feedback,
Smell and taste.
I don't like the way he said all.
That sounds a
Dude,
little
smell
crazy,
and taste. What the fuck is that about? Yeah.
What the fuck is that gonna happen?
End quote.
I don't know how you virtually make smells. Is smell-o-vision a thing? You're gonna have something in your mouth? Oh, vision.
The only thing I could think is like you have certain like chemical compounds you just refill every once in a while, and then with those you can make certain combinations.
Let's see if smell-o-vision exists. Let's see if there's a good YouTube video about the history or whatever. Smell-o-vision is real. Oh, a Linus Tech Tips video. Damn it, I'm getting off topic. I'm spiraling. We'll finish this first.
That sounds a little crazy, but this is also coming.
Oh wait, by the way, do you like my new graphics and stuff? I like kind of spent a bunch of time making a frame and setting up to where you can actually see. There's a guy in our YouTube chat trying to like fucking argue with us when we were talking about this yesterday or the day before. And about this like immersive VR shit, like we're talking about the treadmill. Were you there?
Yeah, I mean I was
not
part of some of the discussion, but the treadmill.
Yeah, there's a guy trying to fucking on the YouTube chat trying to argue with us. during that conversation, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm like a philosophy fucking major. I have a philosophy degree." Da, da, da. And I like totally just ignored his shit. And eventually he was like, "Oh, I guess you're not reading chat," and just disappears, just fucks off. And I'm like, "Oh no, dude, that would have been good." I wish I could have had him. But now I have it set up. I can see YouTube messages and Twitch messages all displayed at once, which is nice.
Built this thing and then
I feel like you're spreading yourself out thin at the beginning.
Yeah, I've thought that too, but this is I
mean, whatever.
If I wasn't able to actually set up the chat to where I could see both of them at the same time, then I'd agree. But the fact that I can tend to both relatively easily, I think.
You just agreed that you couldn't.
I also just explained to you how I now can.
Yeah, but
did you miss that whole part?
This was this was a problem prior to you fixing this, and so I thought you had already fixed it after that had occurred.
I fixed it like an hour ago.
Okay.
That was that conversation was, I guess, yesterday or the day before.
Got in it and rode a virtual skateboard down a mountain. So it seems that nothing's really on the table for him. And in case you're worried about it actually harming someone, right now it'll do, for example, knock your leg back after a ball hits it, and none of the forces applied to you at the moment would be enough to actually harm you. But this does bring up an interesting
tricky
point.
language.
Is this the future of at-home VR or VR arcades or attractions?
Oh, you can jump.
The ultimate immersion would dissimulate entire textures and elevation and drops and
holy shit,
as well as forces being applied to you like wind or
there's zero way you're about to mount that up to your studs at home, bro.
I do think it's a little far-fetched to actually expect something like
I didn't find the right studs
anytime soon, or maybe anytime.
People be mounting 80-inch TVs, you know, that shit doesn't weigh.
80-inch TVs is not a fucking person constantly moving and jerking on the fucking.
Well, but it's gonna have hydraulics in it. I don't know exactly if how that works, because all the weight is still gonna be distributed on the wall. The jerking and stuff can be kind of.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be pressure on the wall studs.
Can wall studs hold up like I don't know 200 pounds?
I mean,
if you put in like four different big ass bolts, I bet it could.
It depends on how many other things that like if it's like across 4 or 5 different studs, yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be dangerous as fuck to just be pulling. I mean, but how strong are those goddamn things? Like, maybe 100 pounds when it's holding up a house isn't really that big of a difference.
I mean, it's not about holding up studs weight limit. I'm getting about 100 pounds, that's it. And I'm pretty sure people weigh more than 100
You just put it on 2 studs. 100 apiece. Using several screws that are number 4 larger into a wall stud can hold 100 pounds or more.
What type of wood you have.
Oh god.
Spruce pine is good for about 300 pounds.
Dude, this says 30,000 pounds.
30,000?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit X for doubt, dude.
They're holding up your whole fucking roof. What do you mean?
Okay, it's that one stud isn't fucking holding up my whole roof by itself. It's about all the studs working together.
A wall could support 20,000 pounds.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Like that's what I'm saying. If you had the VR bolted one in like each stud in the wall, that's a lot easier because it's
that. Yeah, that would be 100% fine. I'm wondering how many you have to do. 3, 4.
But I mean, it depends on how big the person is, right? Because that machine's probably gonna weigh like at least 150.
I feel like
ton.
I feel like the preferred method would be floor mounting.
Yeah, but this was cooler.
It's not.
For this, like,
did you see it? This is fucking dope.
Back after a ball hits it, and none of the forces applied to you at the moment would be enough to actually harm you. But this does bring up an interesting point. Is this
floor mounting's cool, but then it's on the floor. If it's on the wall, it's out of the way.
Attractions? I suppose the ultimate immersion would dissimulate entire textures and elevation and drops and movements, as well as.
You're lagging like a motherfucker.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Am I?
Oh,
uh, let- do, hello.
Hello.
Forces being applied to you like wind or a ball hitting you. There's just no way to simulate that without actually applying it to your body. While I do think it's a little far-fetched to actually expect something like this in our homes anytime soon, or maybe anytime, I can see real applications for this like now. I can immediately see something like this being an insane resource for rehabilitation or...
I don't even ever consider the fact that like all this VR shit has so much industrial and like enterprise practical uses. Like it's literally like never something that actually seeps into my brain. It's just never where my brain goes. But there's like
That's like the first line goes.
That shit's boring. I don't give a fuck about that. Like
So much cash.
There was a
That's where you make more money in theory, right? Because
oh yeah, 100%. There's
you're guaranteed the money.
I think this guy did a video on it. There is a new headset that is only being like marketed to it's basically only being marketed to like enterprise. What's this shit called? No, like enterprise.
What does that mean?
Like companies that use it for like 3D modeling and shit like that.
Successor, the XR3 and VR3 have been announced. Let me just guide you through this because your jaw might just drop, and I think this is legit a sneak peek into the future of what more consumer-oriented headsets might include within the next 10 years. And to be honest, this headset is kind of maybe sort of affordable if you have some deep pockets. I'm gonna touch on the VR3
That's
first.
not affordable.
This is the highest megapixel per eye headset ever made. The Quest sits at 2.3 megapixels per eye, the Reverb G2 at 4.7, and the Vario VR3 sits at 9.7. So the competitor is
like,
listed, but here's an example of just how clear things can look. And it's insane. But it's not just about clarity. The headset has 200 Hz eye tracking, which it claims to be best in class, ultra leap hand tracking, and automatically adjusting IPD. That sets the headset up to be tailored perfectly to every user the second you put it on, automatically.
That shit goes.
Now, in terms of the visuals, the
Find your
headset
pupil,
has made a
dude.
huge step up
That's
compared to the
so
last model, the
fucking lit.
VR2, which previously had a very narrow FOV of just 87 degrees, while the VR3 has bumped up to 115 degrees. But the special thing about Vario is their bionic displays, which actually use more than one display to give the image. So the focus display is 1920 by 1920, and the context displays on the periphery is 2880 by 2720. And instead of using Fresnel lenses like we have in most VR headsets today at the consumer level, Vario uses the far more expensive but clear biconvex lenses. All of this technology makes for an expensive...
Dude,
that's kind of insane.
I like seeing, I don't know how well you can see it on that stream with the quality.
There's a clear difference.
Yeah, like the one on the left is like not what I expected to see whenever I put on a VR headset, but it's exactly what I see. Like,
but it's
the
not
one on the
you
right
don't-
is what I expected to see.
Yeah, but the thing is, the one on the left, when you're in it, the whole world, I really don't pay too much attention to it.
Yeah, there is like an immersion thing where like if you just don't really think about it, like your brain will automatically filter out the fuck that's jagged as fuck. But
Yeah.
dude, my brain is like so bad at doing that. Like the filter
No, I
on my
think it's
brain is
just because you're
trash.
used to it now.
Well,
You're a lot less.
I'm like acclimated
surprised
to
by
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's less novel. I feel that.
So now you're just seeing all the
I'm seeing where it could be better.
exactly.
And like, holy
At first,
fuck.
it was more like, "Oh my god, I'm in here," and I was like, "I mean, it's not the best place ever. You could touch
Yeah.
up this place."
There's a lot of room for improvement here. Oh my god, though, like the difference between these two
Yeah.
fucking pictures is ridiculous. You would need a fucking giga computer to run some shit like this, though.
Dude, this is like fucking running fucking Tomb Raider on a fucking Intel family graphics card and on versus like a 1080 or some shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's me running the game versus Elijah running the game.
I mean, or literally anybody else.
Or literally anybody else. Vlog.
Actually, no, Matt, bro. Hey, man, look, it wasn't that long ago that Elijah had the work. Right.
Yeah, you know what? Times change, okay? We can't always look at the past. We gotta look at the
Did
future.
you get the 3080?
I've been trying, dude. I'm trying every fucking night. They just won't
Do you
show
not
up
have
for
a
me.
second monitor that's just up with the drops?
I have this Discord that I'm part of. The only problem is there's 78,000 people a part of this Discord as well. But this is generally I'm able to find.
You're not gonna get it with that internet speed, bro.
The download is fine. The upload is the problem. All right.
Also, the clearest, most high-definition VR
Dude, I
headset
want to fucking
ever
use one of
made.
these so
And you might
bad.
be-
I feel like if anything, like a company would have the opportunity to like buy a bunch of these and set these up and allow people to come in and use these as like an arcade type of setting, because like these are so out of reach for regular people to purchase.
Yeah.
be thinking, why do I even
it's totally
care if
different
it's prohibitively
experience.
expensive? And you're kind of wrong, but let me give some context. Vario's first headset, the VR1, was $10,000. Then
Wait,
$1,000.
you haven't even heard I forgot we haven't even talked about the price yet. The price to own this fucking thing is absurd.
Every year after that. The VR2 was $6,000.
It's really cool, though.
What
And let
the
me remind
fuck?
you
Really
that
cool.
these headsets had significant drawbacks like weight and a very narrow IPD. And the VR3 is $3,200. Of course, at the
We're
moment,
not
you
there.
still
That's
need
not bad.
that annual support.
Look at the bottom.
That's actually not bad.
Wait, you
but-
see what it says at the bottom?
Oh, you have to subscribe for $800.
$800 a year. It's yearly.
Okay, a year? That's not too bad, but
Oh my god,
Fuck, dude, I could just
Yeah.
build a new
4K.
computer every year.
It's 4 fucking K at start plus 800 a year. Woo!
that's a little bit rough. But that's honestly not as bad as I figured.
license, which adds another
He's right. If you
$800.
have a lot of money, this is totally doable.
It's purchasable. Yeah. I mean, isn't anything, right?
If
I mean, if you're making $60,000, shit, dude. If you're making $60,000 a year, what is that? Fucking
It's $1,000 a week.
shit.
After taxes, if you live in Texas, it's $1,000 a week. Maybe
That's
a
a
little
month.
less because insurance and stuff.
This
But
would be a whole ass month out of your life.
dude, that's a month of your salary.
Out of making $60,000 a year.
yeah, dude.
That is
Then you
30
get
fucking...
another 2 months for like your fucking rent, and then you have 9 months of fucking spending left.
Can you imagine paying $2 a day for a subscription?
Oh, that's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah, no, because 765.
The problem is the days that you don't use it, or like a week that you don't use it, or like a couple weeks that you don't use it. That shit's adding up.
$2 a day is an astronomically large amount of money.
It
At
doesn't
least
sound bad.
yeah.
I feel like I spend more
It
than
really
$2 a
doesn't
day
sound bad,
all
but
the time.
it is.
I feel like I literally
But
do
here's
that
the
though.
thing: my fucking dad smokes like fucking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. He's basically paying that already.
Dude, that blows my mind when somebody smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. That's so much fucking money.
It's not 1, bro. It's 2.
That's twice as much as so much.
That's so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I trust me.
Even
I know.
if I converted how much I vape into cigarettes, I don't think I would even clear half a pack. Like, I don't even know how he finds the time. Like,
Nah, dude, he's a fucking mechanic, so
He
you
finds the
definitely
time.
find the time to smoke. Fucking.
Yeah.
all I'm trying to
That's
say is
pretty-
I sit at my desk and vape all day long, and I don't think I could do it. Like,
Yeah, I do too. Dude, motherfuckers who like vape like a lot, they'll go through like a 30 mil. Do you buy juices or what?
Yeah.
Dude, like I have a friend who will go through a 30 mil bottle of juice in like a week or two. Like that blows my fucking mind when somebody can go through
That
a
doesn't for
bottle.
me.
That's
I
crazy.
go through, what is it? Or I can go through.
I mean,
a
we
pack of
can
Jill
do
Pods,
shit.
which is 5 times 4. That's 20 in like 4 days.
I truly don't understand how it's possible. What are
You
you
just
just
vape
eating
constantly.
it? What are you drinking the shit?
You
Crack-
just fucking hit
cracking
that
a
shit
cold
every
one?
like 5 minutes, dude. It's so easy.
I swear
Actually,
to God, I'm hitting mine every 5 minutes too. I don't get anywhere near that.
I can go through like 120 milliliters in like a month and a half. I don't know if that's bad or
120. That's
what.
about the same, right? That's about what I said.
Yeah. That I think that equates to about what you're talking about.
I don't remember when I bought these juices. I was living at my last place when I bought these bottles, and I've had both of them
Jesus.
for I've had them before, like months before I moved out.
I mean, you have to think about all the times when you get high and you don't really feel like vaping.
Yeah.
All the time.
Which is a lot.
Year, but the point is that these insane headsets that offer near retinal clarity are getting better and better, and also getting cheaper and cheaper. And
dude, also, like, whenever there's gonna be a fucking company that figures out a way to work AI into these goddamn headsets to like upscale the shit out of the graphics without like causing hardware performance issues, they just basically render all the shit.
The way to go with this is cloud gaming.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was saying. You render all of the stuff off the headset. You stream it to the headset, and
that's the only way.
It's fucking perfect. That's such a hard sell though. Like, you need an insanely solid connection. But I mean, we're already there with the Quest 2. Like, I can play the Quest 2 off my Wi-Fi and it works pretty well. So, if they can figure out a way to fucking have this shit rendered, figure out AIs to get their goddamn grubby little nano fingers all over this thing to upscale the resolution,
dude,
this is gonna explode.
I give it 3 years.
Yeah.
I give it 3 years.
Yeah.
quickly, almost to the point where an extreme VR enthusiast could purchase this and be playing Half-Life Alyx on it.
Shit,
and that's possibly the future of Vario. The prosumer market of VR is certainly there. Some people really do want expensive, ridiculously powerful headsets, especially if it's this good.
I think everybody would if they knew.
But more exciting is when this technology inevitably does trickle down to the consumer level headsets. Peripheral displays that enable insane clarity, eye tracking, better hand tracking, automatically adjusting IPD. This is the future of VR, just the price isn't. I also want to mention that this headset is SteamVR tracked natively and supports index controllers and vibe trackers and all SteamVR software natively, so that's a huge plus. More exciting for actual industrial applications though is the XR3, which undoubtedly offers the best mixed reality experience that money can buy right now, which is great for automotive, medical, and engineering purposes. It's inside-out tracked, has almost real-to-life pass-through quality with LiDAR built in, and here's an example of someone threading a needle through the cameras with the headset on. Road to VR makes a great point here. Imagine trying to do this with the Quest pass-through. Yeah, not gonna happen. Of course, this is a very high-end
that shit looks like a Predator, like Predator vision, but like the Predator got like beat in the head. Like, that's what the Quest 2 looks like. This shit is clear. This is beyond clear.
Dude, the fucking medical, like...
Yeah, medical applications are
so
crazy.
Useful. Imagine being able to just fucking actually just simulate a literal fucking surgery.
There was
and you know exactly what to do now.
There was a logistics. I think there was a logistics or supply chain company that was doing a presentation to a student group I used to be in, and they so their presentation was basically just trying to recruit us and trying to like get us to join, but they gave us like a live example of this. They had like a VR headset and they would do like virtual inventory tallying. I mean, it's like a logistics company, so it's like their whole thing. And they were doing like virtual inventory counting, which is like a thing that they have to do. And it's a practice that apparently like all companies do, is that like sometimes they can't just trust like the numbers that like they're getting, and they actually have to physically go on site and make like physical counts of each individual like whatever.
For sure.
So they were like showing us like, yeah, they can like just virtually be in a place like on a boat or some shit where they need to do counting, and then boom, they're on the ship instantly and they can do all their counts and they can leave like by taking off their headset. So like that's like one example of something that no one would even think of. And then like huge. Surgery practice, like education, all sorts of fucking school shit.
Even just like now that we're getting to the point where it's basically as if you're not wearing a mask. I mean, this is paving the way for augmented reality, right? Like,
yeah, there's some.
It's gonna train you, but it'll teach you like warning symbols.
It can literally tell you like fucking in real time, like exactly what to do. It'll highlight like what you need to see. Like yeah.
Exactly. It goes past training and into like day-to-day life of like becoming a cyborg.
I think. Go ahead.
The inventory counting thing. It's just a quick side note. Was so like at Papa John's, the way that the inventory system works is you like fucking you have your inventory, and then whenever someone buys a pizza or whatever, you take what the amount that you're supposed to use per pizza, and it like subtracts it from the like inventory automatically, right? But obviously that isn't like completely trustable because some people won't use the exact amount
Yeah,
per pizza, and
yeah.
that shit adds up so fucking quick.
Especially
dude.
when you have a company with
especially
like
with the
billions
cheese,
of stores.
dude.
Yeah.
The cheese, people over cheese that shit so much. Like you literally run through an extra fucking 2 boxes a day because people don't know how to put like the actual correct amount of cheese.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like I always had to fucking literally manually count like at least twice
Every
a
single
week.
cheese.
The box, yeah.
Every single
every
single
cheese.
granule of cheese.
Oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think augmented reality and these glasses and shit. I was so excited for the fucking Google Glass. Did you guys ever see the Google Glass back when it originally was like coming out?
That ain't it, Chief.
Dude, I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I was so about it.
Oh, it looks like they're still doing it. Google Glass Enterprise Edition 2. This is why we haven't heard about it, because it's fucking Enterprise.
Every business in the world has problems to solve. You don't have to look for those.
Are there more efficiencies to be gained? Is there a better way to do this process? And when the needs of the customers are rising in complexity, you're being attacked from both sides.
Innovation is critical to healthcare. We have a tremendous opportunity to make it better for our patients. And solutions like glass
This is the most cliche video I've ever fucking seen in my entire life.
help us do that.
Throughout the process of developing Glass Enterprise Edition 2, we spent a lot of time listening. We worked with our partners and with our customers to figure out what they wanted. Glass is a hands-free device for smarter and faster hands-on work. It provides the information that an employee needs in the periphery of their line of sight. So it doesn't come in the way of their actual work environment.
Glass is made out to a safer company because you have two hands.
That's like the most weak version of what we were talking about. It's just like a fuck, you tap it and like there's a note. Like, okay, I guess. I could just have a piece of paper at that point.
Well, I mean, it sees what you're looking at and then...
I don't know if that was implied there, but if it does, then that makes a lot of sense.
In the periphery of their line of sight. So it doesn't come in the way of their actual work environment.
You think?
Yeah.
You think it's like, okay, cool, I can see all this, and like that's what it, you think that's what they're trying to say? Interesting.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think that's just a note that he's referencing.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me.
It's made ICO a safer company because you have two hands to do your job. Whether
That's
they're
cool,
climbing
I guess.
on and off units or trying to do something in the field.
What has become commonplace is physicians spending more time staring at the computer screen than spending time face-to-face with patients. With Glass, what we started
Let's
seeing
bring the
is
screen to your eye.
patients saying to us, my doctor is spending more time with me.
Glass has allowed for a lot of unique ways to collaborate that haven't been
Literally, it's just notes, bro. This thing is notes.
That haven't been possible before. The biggest is immediately getting expert advice from somebody who might be around the world.
Being able to provide what they're seeing at their perspective.
Okay, so you can stream
helps
it,
do
which is
a
cool.
Very, very expedited triage to help bring our customer back online sooner.
We've been using Glass in production since about 2016. We had about a 30% reduction in processing time, and we had a 50% reduction in training time.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, so
And
yeah,
that
he
one
is
was just
going for the notes. He
monumental.
literally
We
like
weren't
swiped
even
through
looking
it.
for that when we did it.
A typical doctor spends about 2 hours per day writing notes about the visits that they conducted. And because I have Glass typing that up for me in real time, I am not worrying about going back 4 hours later, trying to remember all the details of the visit. It'll help us be better doctors.
Wait, that's actually...
Whether it be manufacturing.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it said that it transcribes it for you. That's pretty good. I like
That would be pretty badass. Also seems pretty easy to do with Google's like transcription algorithms that already exist, like the voice to text.
I mean, that shit's been a thing since we were in college, right? Like, there's
It's been really shitty. It's gone a
It's
lot
been
better.
shitty, yeah.
Or field service or healthcare. They're all doing things with their hands. And by looking across all these different industries.
Yeah, dude, having like a searchable like document of like each individual session, I bet that would be so fucking useful.
Yeah, definitely.
It just transcribes and you could literally control F like, oh, what was the blood pressure or whatever the fuck, and literally just find it all. And I mean, even then there could be like another fucking application, like a program or something that could like take your transcribed shit, find all of your find like keywords and numbers next to it, and like, you know, automatically address it all. Yeah.
Industries, we're able to find the unique things that we can provide value for.
glass is a tool that is as simple as it is powerful. That's incredibly helpful. We underestimated the impact that would have.
It's a tool that doesn't replace people. It allows people to be smarter, faster, better at what they're actually doing.
I want tools that replace people. That's my favorite type of tool.
Next.
I want people to be at home hanging out.
Robots with glass.
I want robots wearing these glasses. That's what we need. We've gotten so sidetracked, but I think that's kind of the point.
It's a 13-minute video, bro. We've been on this for like an hour.
I think that's the point, honestly. I think that's a good way to make content.
But it looks amazing and likely is one of the most cutting-edge VR and XR headsets available. And I'm sure we'd all love to get our hands on one. But if you are interested in VR and its technology, just knowing that something like this exists is enough reason to get excited about the future of headsets. This technology will likely make its way eventually into headsets that you can actually buy, in case this one never becomes available to consumers. But like I said, the prices are getting decent. But now it's time for a meme break.
Don't sleep on this.
Kenneth, Mark, give me the Zuck. But you can follow up and tell me what that means, and I'll try my best to do it for you. What's the whole Zuck thing? ZUCC. I haven't seen this before.
That's all, but for now, let's just get right back to the news. So I have covered brain-computer interfaces many times on this channel, and I've actually tested a few out in videos like the Lucid Link video. Generally, this stuff is really
by the
limited,
way,
but it's
this isn't even the first video. This is the first video.
We're not even watching.
No way, dude.
We have dovetailed significantly, but I still want to finish this because this one's cool too.
Pretty fun, especially if you're a Sword Art Online fan and you just dream.
Any Sword Art Online fans in the chat?
I mean, it was a weak anime, but the concept was cool.
Of the possibility of full dive technology becoming real. Well, a
Like,
company,
this is what I want,
OpenBCI,
right?
is
What?
This, whenever you go to sleep, you actually just transmit into a virtual world.
Right.
Is creating the next step of actually attainable brain-computer interface.
It's crazy how we're like literally on the cusp of like 10 different things all lining up that like need to all work together in order to like set this shit off.
In a device called the Gallia. So something like the Lucid Link, for example, only uses EEG data and is really limited, to be honest. But this new Gallia uses a pretty crazy list of sensors, from an EEG to an EOG, EMG, EDA, and PPG sensors. So you have data measuring signals from the brain, eyes, epidermis, and muscles, which obviously gives you a far better picture of what your brain is actually doing than the standard EEG like on the Lucid Link. And what will be done with all those sensors? Well, let me give you a quote from the researchers. Human emotions and facial expressions, including happiness, anxiety, depression, attention span, and interest level. And
it's like an interesting list to give. Emotions and facial expressions of happiness, anxiety, depression, attention span. I feel like I'm being attacked here, honestly.
Used to create more immersive content tailored to the individual, end quote. I've mentioned this before, but imagine a horror game that knows what scares you based on your emotional response or bodily response, and tailors the game actively to keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Or something a little nicer, a home environment like Steam VR Home that can shift based on your mood when you get into it.
Pause. Imagine the types of games some people would be having, getting chased by their father.
It's literally their ex-boyfriend just beating their ass.
Up out of nowhere.
No, make it stop! Make it stop!
Content,
That's
dude.
like dead ass straight out of Black Mirror. Have you seen that Black Mirror episode?
No, I don't watch Black Mirror.
Oh, you're so fucking sleep, bro. We should watch that shit. That is unbelievably good. I haven't seen it in years. But holy fuck, it's so good.
Yo, hold on. This guy has the time of his video is 13:37. Pretty good. It's elite, dude.
Totally possible, and I personally think that this is the next step for extreme immersion beyond just controls and higher resolution headsets. It's another dimension of game design that hasn't really been explored yet. Here's what the CEO of OpenBCI had to say regarding it. Quote, "I believe that head-mounted computers integrated with human consciousness will drive the next major technology paradigm shift.
Totally agree.
Gallia is the realization of 6 years of research and development. We are providing the world with a playground for experimentation and development using multimodal biometric data in tandem with the next generation of wearable displays." End quote. So yeah, that's heavy stuff, but incredibly cool. And I'll definitely be covering more of it here. So we all have some problems with the way that Oculus and Facebook run some stuff, requiring Facebook accounts, shutting down perfectly good games, etc. But one guy from Facebook and Oculus that generally has our back, or at least it seems, is John Carmack. Well, it turns out he's been fighting to get Android apps running on the Quest and Quest 2. And in case you didn't know, the Quest actually runs off of Android.
Pretty resident sleeper, this last part. Basically, the fucking guy who made Oculus wants to allow Android apps to run on it, but since Facebook bought Oculus, they don't allow it. But the Android apps will all just run like normal flat screen. Like, they don't even actually they're not like fucking proper VR, so kind of a wah. All right, we can finish the first video now.
Therapy for those that are trying to regain function of their legs or other body parts. Imagine learning how to walk again on a beach every day. Maybe also far-fetched, but it's something practical and I could see it being used that way. Either way, this is an insanely cool project and someone did it for relatively cheap. And it's currently a work in progress, so maybe we'll be talking about it again at some point. Or maybe I could just try it out. And next, I've got some more gripes with Oculus following their latest big game launch, but I think
so it's like pulling on your leg. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure I just found the most impractical, expensive, but hey, still effective and long extension cable for an Oculus Quest using Oculus Link for PC VR. It's confirmed. You can use a Valve Index's USB port to run PC VR on an Oculus Quest. You know, the funnier part of this whole thing is the second picture. They're both the same person. But now, back to the
I don't
news.
even know how that
So you may have heard of
works.
it, you may have been excited for it, or you may have had no idea that it came out at all, but Jurassic World Aftermath, a new Oculus exclusive game, has been released, and it's pretty good actually, I'm not gonna lie.
I hadn't even heard of this.
I don't really care for the Jurassic World or Park franchise much at all, but a good VR game is still a VR game regardless of the franchise. And this is no exception. The gameplay, graphics, and environment are really amazingly set up for VR, but I have a massive problem with this game, and I think you should too. I know it feels like I harp on Facebook and Oculus a lot, but I also feel like if we don't work together as a community and stop things like this from happening now, we're going to have a much bigger problem a couple years down the line. And the problem is that the game launched half finished. It's literally half the game. It's $25 and no spoilers, finishes extremely abruptly and out of nowhere. And the rest of the game has been announced to be coming as DLC in 2021. Now, if this was one game,
that's pretty rough.
Be excused, but Oculus literally just did this a couple months ago with Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, launching the game just about full price, and the rest of the game's content is locked behind future DLC to be launched later in 2021.
What the fuck? That's horrible.
That is the
extremely dangerous precedent to be set for the VR industry, and I'm not here for it.
Act like
Is this
motherfuckers
how
won't
we're
pay for
getting
the second
VR
one.
content forever? We're just gonna get
Two
half-finished
purchases
big
for the price
IP
of one?
games that
What
sell
are we
off of
doing?
name
Why would
alone
we
and
not?
get promised the rest of the game later? I mean, I'm not blind, and I don't think you are either, and I don't think that these people are dumb. These are two big games, and the Quest 2 just launched. So these are essentially holiday launch titles for the headset, and I'm sure they wanted the games to be done in time for the launch of the Quest 2.
I can't stand fucking games where you have to like move around with the stick or like teleport. I mean, the teleport's not that bad, but like where you have to walk around with the stick, dude, that shit makes me feel like garbage. Did you ever try one of those, Andreas?
Nah, I only did the teleport thing with Robot Recall. That shit was dope.
Yeah, the teleport's cool. But dude, walking around like to where your guy's moving, like your head perspective is moving and you're not moving in real life is so fucking jarring. It feels like trash.
And for Christmas, but they weren't, and they were just sold to you anyway.
Well, Miracle Berries are coming in tomorrow, so Feel free to come hang out.
I don't know, it just puts a really sour taste in my mouth and I don't see people talking about it like at all. I guess maybe us VR fans are just happy to have anything that's pretty good, but like I said, this feels like a dangerous path to go down for the VR industry and I don't like it. Both games are good, I enjoy them, but they'd be far better and impactful as a full complete package, not buy now and get the rest later. So there's a silent grumbling among the entire tech industry right now, and it's been going on for a while, and it's all regarding AR or augmented reality. Right now, just about everyone is quietly going head-to-head to bring the next big thing to consumers, and just about everyone's involved. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, of course, and we're starting to see some signs that these AR products are almost ready for consumers. In fact, I may have a few AR glasses and headsets to start showing off on this channel throughout 2021, which is extremely exciting. But one of the newest leaks happens to be one of the best looking AR glasses I have seen, at least how it looks. These are unverified photos of a supposed set of Lenovo AR glasses from Walking Cat, the same guy that leaked the Oculus Quest 2, so he has a decent track record. There are multiple sensors all over these glasses that likely do similar inside-out tracking as something like the Quest, so it likely is 6 degrees of freedom, and are expected to be unveiled at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show. This looks to be something pretty close to a consumer-level set of glasses, which is exciting.
Wait, when is CES? CES 2021, I guess? January 11th. Alright, we're setting up a fucking stream, dude. We're watching this shit.
Yeah, dude, we need a watch party for that for sure.
Is there... Wait, it's 3 days long. What the fuck? Is there like a live...
3-day watch party. Yo, we gotta save some miracle berries for that.
I don't know if we're gonna need miracle berries for CES.
Dude, it's just with the miracle bellies.
Oh, it's all... You say bellies? It's all digital.
Well, yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, bro.
Oh, like, there's not gonna be, like, a convention anywhere?
Apparently not.
Bro, let's go to the actual place. Let's go to someone's house.
I think that was the thing, is that there isn't. That there is not a place. Oh, no.
Fuck, dude, I'll set up my apartment with, like, a bunch of different booths and shit, and I'll sell you, like, $8 beers. Just get a plane ticket.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll sign up for this later.
I love me some $8 beers. $8 beers, more like my favorite type of beers. Am I right, boys?
You are not right.
Plus, they look a little more natural.
Dude, I fucking
than a lot
love
of the other
$9 for Bud Light.
Seen, but there's not much known about them. However, my prediction is that this CES is going to be insane for augmented
This is that
reality
shit,
technology.
bro.
I have a feeling it's
Seeing
going
this?
to be most of what people are talking about regarding giant leaps in innovation.
Yeah,
Think
this is what
4K
we're talking
TVs and how that was talked about a few years ago? Well, that's going to be AR this year. But now it's time for question of the week. From Oculus VR. Do you think that HTC will ever make a comeback? And yeah, absolutely, 1000%. The company made one of their smarter decisions they've done recently by backing away from consumer VR for a while to instead focus on enterprise VR, which they've been doing for a long time. HTC has made quite a few mistakes regarding consumer VR in the Western world, but they're doing well in enterprise and the Asian market, which people tend to forget exists. HTC will make a comeback, I'm sure, but they don't want to do it at the wrong time with the wrong product. So however long it takes for them to step back in, so be it. Because another wrong step like the Cosmos or Cosmos Elite and its pricing strategy could be a fatal hit for HTC regarding consumer VR and consumer confidence in the company regarding VR. And that's question of the week. Make sure to leave your own below, and I may just answer yours next. I will be streaming on Twitch today, so come on by and say what's up. I'd love to see you there. I'm going to be exploring virtual market for a while and showing you where you can go. Also, if you want people to...
Is that today? Oh, it is actually today. Wait, I'm kind of curious to see this virtual market shit. I was shitting on it earlier on.
Alright.
Yo. Oh, he's done.
Damn, we brought everyone down from... Yo, you got rid of fucking green chat bubbles.
Yeah.
You fucking cunt.
Let's bring this down to the bottom.
You fucking cunt.
At least you still have your area, bro.
True. It's not my area, though.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Bug.
whole thing. Like,
This is some shit Andreas would play. I don't understand.
what?
What?
I don't know. This guy's hyped though.
Change around. So
Ooh,
I guess that's more reason to
different
spend more
color
time
eyes.
here.
Was he able to like third person the
my
cam?
man,
I guess.
Hannah, 97 gamer. Thank you for the sub.
Damn, that was crazy. You said,
Let's go to the Sky Cube. Oh, okay, Sky Cube or Default Cube? One of the people.
What's happening? This shit looks real as fuck.
Oh, let's see. I think there's
what? Okay, this might be
this
interesting.
Is for this camera. Oh man, I want to get one of these cameras.
Dude, I don't understand this game at all, but I'm starting to get interested.
You know what, Bagel? Your whole sponsor thing's kind of working on me.
This is a crazy stream, bro.
Got a techie guy, some techie stuff. Look, for the.
This is a crazy stream.
What the fuck is happening?
How much do these cost?
This dude's able to just like record this game in like third person somehow. And his fucking avatar is a hot anime chick with eyes and horns.
I mean, I'm not different colored eyes for me.
Imagine being able to throw this into my.
Again, if I'm gonna be playing a video game, I would much rather be staring.
Oh, here, you know what I'm gonna do?
Like,
you want to know a great feature?
I couldn't agree more.
There's just a lot going on.
You want to know the best part about VR Chat Plus is whenever you go to VCAT, you spent money on VR Chat Plus, so you have all of these avatar slots, so you can save all of these, so you can buy them later. And you spent money on VR Chat Plus, so you have all of these avatars. I gotta turn the camera off, actually. You a thickie, ain't you?
Whoa!
AET maps, and I found about 3
Dude, this is
good
fucking
male
bizarro.
avatar.
Nice.
Okay, alright, enough of that.
Hades time.